Okay guys, so today's video will just be basically the last time I was up here. I got some progress made on the rear subframe because the front subframe is pretty much finished now, so we can move on from the front subframe finally. So yeah, here's the rear subframe, and I've basically made this bracket. So this will go on there like that. So I'll weld some tabs on here and then weld it to the subframe and then drill it for the bag. Still need to go out and buy some hardware for the bags so I can fit those to the actual subframes and get that all situated. But the rear subframe should come together a lot faster than the front did, because it's just, I have like a blueprint for it now, so I can just, all I have to do is cut the metal out, weld it together, weld it to the subframe, and that's it. Okay, so we've got the top of the subframe cleaned up where I'm going to weld. Got the bottom cleaned up where I'm going to weld the plate to the subframe. I've cut out one of the tabs, if I can find it. There we go. So I'm going to use that. They often put them on chassis rails when they're shortened chassis and stuff like that. From what I've gathered, I've seen it on Gas Monkey and a few other bits, but so yeah, we'll get the bag mount tacked, or we'll tack it on and then make sure everything's right, and then we'll stick it to it with the get some TIG on it, and then after that it's just a matter of drilling holes for the bags. Tomorrow, no, maybe not tomorrow, next available day, I'm going to go to Hawks Fasteners and grab some, I think they're a 3/8 UNC bolt for my bags, so I'll go and grab some of those, try and get some high tensiles. But yeah, it's going to be a bit harder at the minute because I started the new job today, so my schedule's all to pot now, because obviously I'm back on kind of day shifts for the time being, so I'm trying to fit stuff in where I can, basically. So you'll just have to bear with the spotty footage for a while. Funds are a bit low as well, which doesn't help with the whole progress of the Corvair, because it does require money. Okay, so we've got the subframe welded at the top. Not the prettiest of welds, but they're there. And this, my mate Andy actually told me about, if my fucking camera focuses. My mate Andy told me about these. It's called a diamond plate. And they're apparently really strong, which makes sense because it's a lot of surface area, so that's just gonna go on there and add a bit of more support to that joint there. So we'll get this, it's all cleaned up now. I just need to clamp it on and tack it and then finish weld it. One side welded up, don't know if you can see it. All the welds went pretty well apart from that one, but I just wasn't in a comfortable position. I need to work on my getting the piece in such a ergonomic way that I can do the best welds I can do. It's just part of welding. You just need to just practice. So, but we'll get there. I'm confident that it's strong enough. So now we've just got to work on this side and get that. Probably go over that again with a weld, and then we'll put another diamond plate on it and weld the front up. I need to do. It's a lovely sunny day for once. That's roseberry topping, which is quite a famous thing for our area. It's just a big hill, basically. You can walk up it. Got some pretty good views. So we're down at the unit today. Apologies for the spotty. Well, I haven't uploaded all week, really. I started my new job on Monday, so I've been kind of busy with that. It's just been a pretty hectic week. I've been setting up the computer for the new camera I've been sorting out my editing software and all that crap. So I've been trying to film bits here and there. I've still done a bit on the car. I've got quite a bit of the front subframe finished up now. I've got some hardware, so I'll show you that for the bags. So maybe today we might mock up. I can't mock up totally because I haven't got the tension rods yet, but one side I've still got the bottom arm for, and I'm welding. I'm pretty much finished fabricating that, so we might be able to get the subframe back up, put a wheel on, drop the car down and see how it sits on the bag on one side, on the front anyway. So here's the front subframe. I've got the bag bolted up in there to the plate, to this. Thanks to Andy Allenson, who was in the unit with me, for getting me these. They're like a UNC bolt, I think, 3/8. So thanks to him for getting me those. So yeah, it's bolted at the top. So now I've just got to. It does sit flat when you put some pressure on it, but I've just got to. I've marked on the plate where the edge of the bag is, so I've just got to mark on the plate where the holes need to be for the bottom bolts, and then what I've been doing is I've been chopping the head off the bolts to turn them into a stud, just because it's easier with getting it, locating it in the holes for the bags, and then getting the, because all I've got is that little hole up there to put the nuts in and tighten the bag down. So just to make it a bit easier, I'm turning those into studs. So turn those into studs, drill the plate on the bottom arm. And luckily with this setup I've actually managed to keep the stock tension rod position, so I'll still be able to hopefully run the stock tension rods in the stock mounting holes. I was worried that I was going to have to start fabricating new tension rods and putting mounts on the bottom of the control arm and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. I'll try and get this bottom arm done, and then we'll maybe put it on the car and see how it fits. See if we drop the car and it goes all the way. Right, so we've got the subframe, if all done on one side. So I've bolted the bag up, the bolts are in there, put a plate on the bottom of the bottom arm, on the top of the bottom arm, mounted the bag to that. So now all we've got to do is put the subframe into the car, put the control arm, put the A arm back on, put the wheel on, and then we can see how high up the bag goes, or how high up the arm goes and how low the car goes. So yeah, this is quite an exciting stage really. Get to see what the front looks like aired out.
Where is it from both?
Right, so go on, you need to go that way.
What do you guys wrapped it?
Right, so the subframe is in. Got the A-arm on. Got the tie rod in, got that ball joint in. So that's what the assembly looks like in the car. I'm pretty happy with it. So now we've just got to shot the wheel on and jack it up and see what happens. Alright guys, well there it is. That's how low the front is. It's pretty low. I mean, that's a 13-inch wheel with a pretty decent sized tyre on it. So, I mean, it's pretty much tucking. I think that's tucking the lip. It's like in line with the lip. So, I'm pretty happy with it. I may get a little bit more out of it by shaving something, but yeah, it's pretty serious for the front. The bag doesn't seem to be catching or fouling on anything, so that's good. All the arms look like they're in the right place, so just got to get the control arm for the other side, get the tension rods for the front, and then we can pretty much button the front end up, which is sick. I'm really happy about that. It's been a long time. It's been a long process for me. This is the first time I've really dabbled in fabrication and suspension and all that sort of stuff, so, and bags. So it's been a steep learning curve, but I feel like this is a pretty good milestone. Yeah, so here's a better look at the subframe with the bag. So you've got the bag mounted to the bottom arm, into the top of the subframe, and then the subframe bolted up. But yeah, I think it looks pretty, she looks pretty sturdy. So now that I know that the bag fits and the control arms all work, I'm going to weld up the lower arm. Just weld the plate to the arm, and then that side's pretty much buttoned up. I just need the tension rod, as I keep saying. Yeah, I think that'll do it for today's video. This will be quite a long drawn out one. I think this has got footage from about 4 different days in it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for the car to be sat on the bags, on the wheels, whatever wheels they're going to be yet. I don't know. I'm still trying to find some. But yeah, I hope you're excited, because I am. I can't wait. Now I've seen it with the bag in it and aired out, it just looked so good. So yeah, I'm excited for that to be cruising. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for hopefully another video in the next few days.